Hey everyone! Welcome back! I am back today with more Mob Psycho 100. You guys, I am really excited. If you're joining me early today, you already know what it means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so much, and as always, I'm sending you up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in the description down below. So, in my estimation, we had a very, very strong start to the season last time on Mob Psycho. I think season 2 is going to be a lot of fun. We had a couple of things happen because we explored kind of... It's funny the way things work on the show because they seldom come out and like spell it out for you, but there's a lot of things that you can interpret different ways and kind of infer. And I liked some of the things that I felt that they were inferring a little bit about Mob's. Really, the best way I can put it is progress. Of course, I'm not talking about his progress towards explosion, but his progress as a character. He is trying a little bit more to express himself in a different way, and we can really see how far he's come since we very first met him. Big highlight of the episode, he has a love interest, which I think is a very fun and an interesting addition to the story, particularly that we saw his crush, his original crush at the end, like, seeing the two of them together did not really seem phased, but it made me wonder if we're going to get some kind of... Is something going to come of that? Are we going to have like a little love triangle here? We'll see. I don't know. But it is still a very fun, interesting development that he kind of has like a friend who is also a girl. They haven't really come out and said if they're boyfriend-girlfriend yet. I think they're off to a decent start after Mob used his psychic powers to put her ripped up story back together, which was the sweetest, most magical thing ever. I can tell you that middle school Hime would have been won over in a heartbeat by that. But I think Emmy was as well. Just she kind of inferred that she expresses herself a little differently as well, which and we saw that, you know, deep down, she wasn't really fitting in with the mean girls she had been hanging out with, you know. That wasn't really her, you know. I don't know what that whole story is, but I think she has more in common with Mob, maybe. Oh, Mob standing up to mean girls, so sweet. I'm so proud of my boy. My poor boy did have a little bit of an incident last episode when he froze up in front of the school, which I was very worried about because public speaking is very intimidating, you guys. It's hard to do, and you know, our Mob, he's, you know, I mean, I don't know if something in the public eye is going to play to his strengths. Let's put it that way. So, yeah, that was rough. But, you know, they also, and I mentioned this in my last reaction, they kind of hinted at the fact that Mob is learning some new ways to kind of focus his powers now, as opposed to just like exercising. He can like possess the plants to like go after the spirit out in the fields. So I'm really curious to see if they do like more world building with the ESP, and maybe even like some origins of the ESP, but honestly, I don't think that's something that really demands explanation. I think it's fine just saying like, this is our world. Some people have ESP, some people don't. But I would be kind of curious to see how they're going to explore the depths and range of Mob's powers. We still have yet to catch up with Teru. We saw a little bit of Ritsu. Reagan, of course, is Reagan. So we got to see him a little bit last episode, taking his vegetable payments, which didn't even turn out to be vegetables, turned out to be like a few seeds and some garden equipment, which is pretty fun. But yeah, guys, I think we're off to a really strong start with the season. I had such a blast with the last episode. I'm excited to see what's going to happen next. So what do you say we jump in? Let's go. All right, you guys, let's talk because I loved that episode so much. Okay, so we kind of veered off from some of the stuff that we established in the first episode of the season to go and have this little adventure about Reagan trying to drum up business in another town and running into another psychic con man, businessman. Which was funny because for a second I thought he I guess he did have latent psychic powers. Like he wasn't a total hack, I guess. But he definitely, the impression I got was he didn't really use them in his line of work very much. It was probably mostly what Reagan's business is, but he actually did have a little bit to go on, so Dimple was able to amplify that. I loved the urban legends come to life kind of story. I think those are always really fun. Like I said, they've done it on Supernatural. I'm sure they've done it on tons of other things too. Did they do it on the X-Files? I'm sure they probably did. I mean, the whole point of the X-Files was, well, never mind. I won't get into it in case you haven't seen it, because it's very good. Go watch it. Yeah, there's an anime and the name is escaping me now. I just watched it not that long ago, but I will flash the text on the screen because it for a second I was like, oh my god, it's taking me back to that show. Yeah, it was a really fun episode. Fun plot, fun new character. The only two times I got legit scared were the Dragger was pretty scary, and the Flasher creeped me out so bad. Just the concept of that's just so, just the whole the thing with the kids. You guys know how I am about the kids, and once I knew that, I was like, no, get this individual away from me, please. So that's when I started rooting for our new character. I was like, get him! Also, kind of fun to see them in a new setting. That was interesting. It was fun to see how Mob just being, as they were kind of calling him last season, we had that one moment where everyone kept on calling him Clueless. And even Reagan here kind of got in on it. And I'm like, no, that's not, it's not like that. But, him being so out of touch with trends, fads, things that are kind of currently hot, at the moment, came in handy because he had no fear. He had no preconceived notions about the Dragger and was able easily take care of her. But the Dash Granny, who was not really the Dash Granny, but I guess just an older woman who decided to run at full speed down a tunnel, because that happens, that he was scared of. And I think, if I had to guess, it's because he was scared of being outrun by her, because he did get up and say he runs every day, but he couldn't keep up with the old lady. Poor Mob. That woman appeared to be quite mature in age. She may have been running for decades longer than Mob, which would explain her prowess in running activities. There's nothing to feel shameful about. Poor Mob. Very fun episode, you guys. I really liked it. So as I had guessed a few episodes ago, Reagan is, while still running his business, is now being a little bit more upfront with Mob about his lack of psychic abilities in the strictest sense of the word, which is kind of nice because it helps it feel a little bit less like he's taking advantage of Mob, because at least Mob knows okay, he's getting mentored in other stuff now and not so much in it feels like he's not trying to put one over on Mob, even though he is trying to put one over on everyone else. So, but yet he still has an odd honor to him. I don't know how to explain it. But wow, guys, very, very fun episode. Fun plot. Fun, really, really creepy visuals. Wow, this one really, I have to say, we're used to seeing the very psychedelic, surreal kind of monsters on the show, and that doesn't really do anything for me. But seeing the Dragger freaked me out. That was really, really good and really creepy. This would have been a great like Halloween episode. Felt very spooky. So good stuff, guys. All right, we're 2 episodes in now. I believe this is another 12 episode season. I haven't checked, but I'll verify that. But yeah, so we're already like making our way right into this season, and 10 episodes left, I'm assuming. So good stuff, guys. I hope you had as much fun with that as I did. I had a blast. Thank you so much for joining me. Please be sure to join me next time, and we will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.